for me has been the biggest catharsis of my life. I have struggled since I was 14 with severe anxiety and panic attacks, at the point where I don't leave my house, and my art is like a meditation. When I'm working on it, everything else shuts off. A lot of people tend to view death as a dark thing, whereas I prefer to view death as a natural transition. So I add crystals to the bones and stuff like that to kind of give it new life, because life is exactly that, a circle. It keeps going. You have to have one to have the other. So I kind of bring vibrancy and beauty to something that is tended to be looked at as something dark. A good chunk of my bones are coming from animals that are donated to me from people whose pets have passed. I will often make them a memorial piece, and they will donate the rest of their pet to be turned into artwork. I also pick up roadkill, so rabbits, squirrels, one of my favorite to work with, they're adorable, mice, natural elements from the forest. So I now clean my own bones, process my own bones. I will mummify things to create a whole piece around that and make it look very natural. So like mice, for instance, you know, I might put them in a little jar with moss and stuff naturally found from the forest, so it kind of just looks like they're sleeping in their natural element. We can embrace the darker sides of life and still have it be something beautiful. Nature I've always felt connected to, especially animals. I've done a lot of work with rescues. I have lots of pets. I love being out in nature. I started adding natural elements of bones, stuff I find in the forest, so mosses, fungi. There's a spiritual sense to it. So I lost my family at a very young age, pretty much all of my family. The first death, traumatic one I faced, was losing my father to suicide at 14. So that definitely had an impact on my psyche. And I viewed death as a dark thing myself. Eventually finding a way to work with it and turn it into something beautiful, which it can be if we allow it to be, I have found it a form of catharsis. I do a lot of honoring the animals I work with. So I don't just set to work, I will light a candle, I will thank Creator for the gift of the vessel I'm working on and smudge them before I work on them. When my dog Sadie recently passed away, you know, I brought her home after we said our goodbyes. We laid her out in the grass, we set out flowers, we took pictures, we smudged her. I had someone else work on her, but I mummified her paw and, you know, I lit it up. She would always paw at me with her paw, and it was something I wanted to keep and treasure. So death can be a very beautiful and cathartic thing if we allow it to be.